Alright, so we're getting ready to do a big maintenance on our van here, and I'm getting some products in, and I have our oil just came in, and underneath the hood it recommends Mobile 1, but a specific type of Mobile 1, and the ESP, the Mission System Protection, I got 0W30, and it comes in in a 6-pack, so I had to order 2 of them. And we're going to be changing the oil filter, and we have the fuel filter here. We're going to also be changing that because we have no idea when it was changed. This was a fleet vehicle, and we thought maybe it was maintained like that, but not really sure if it was maintained properly. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to start off by changing the oil, and I ordered the oil off of Amazon, and I'll put the link below for that. We couldn't find it anywhere locally. I'll also put a link below on a video that we did last year, more in depth on how to change the oil yourself. So this is the first time we have owned any kind of vehicle like this, so we've made some mistakes along the way. The first couple times we have changed the oil, we used the wrong type of oil. This is the 3rd time we'll be changing the oil, and the first time we'll be changing the fuel filter.
I was waiting to let it drain down. See how it's sucked in?
How many miles did it say on the computer since we last changed it?
I don't know.
Computer said I still had 1,700 miles before next oil change.
There we go. New O-ring here, new O-ring there.
So we recently had a warning light come on the dash, and we used the code reader to see what the warning is, and it says it's a sensor that went bad. Unfortunately, there is 6 sensors underneath this code, so we are just changing the one that has caused the most problems most frequently with everybody else, and hope that that's the one.
It's called an exhaust pressure sensor.
Exhaust pressure sensor. It's located right here.
And it's supposed to sense the difference in pressure at 2 different points in the exhaust system. So it's a differential sensor. Instead of just sensing direct pressure at a certain point, it's making a comparison of pressure from 2 separate points. Solid line that we loosen up until we're able to rotate it and let the 2 lines free. It's loose. They're different sizes, so you can't get it wrong. And there's the electrical connector. So we plug that back on. There's the smaller hose and the bigger hose. And it's kind
This is it. This is the fuel.
This is it right here where these 2 hoses hook up. have a little bit of oil in our
Yeah.
turbocharger, not much. No in play, no side play. It feels nice and tight in there. When we pulled that hose off of the Volvo and the Passat, they were just full of oil, lots of oil. So it looks like it just at that tiny little thing, how flimsy that is. Oh, boop, boop, boop. That's what locks that on there. Okay, let's pull this.
All right, so we're trying to figure out how to take this off. Not really sure.
I need to get more leverage on that. Yeah, that should have a fuel filter. I can't really see. Let me over. Get these clamps off. Carrying on it and just come right loose. And so did that one. There's one. You hear that sound?
Yeah, you hear the fuel?
It's the sound of the fuel running back through
yeah.
the line.
That's what I thought.
Okay. There we go.
After further inspection, we realized that this is not the right fuel filter. Ours has a heater on top, and this one does not. So we're going to have to order another one. But I need to use the van, so we're going to have to put it all back together and wait 5 days for another one to come and then take it apart again.
I don't know if you want to show both ways or what, but this bracket that holds the fuel filter in has actually got it's a circular thing that anchors down onto the motor, but it has a 5mm bolt in it right here that actually clamps to the outside of the fuel filter, and by loosening this up we'll be able to pry this open a little bit and slide the fuel filter up out of there. There we go. So we didn't have to remove the whole bracket. We just loosened the bolts on either side of the clamp bolt and not allowed it to spring open enough to slide the fuel filter right out, and there it is. Show the number. It should be around there on the side somewhere. Alright, so we're going to just slide that right back down inside of this little bracket. And we're going to go ahead and attach our hoses and everything to make sure we've got it positioned in its most comfortable spot. And then we'll tighten it back up. Okay, there it is, it's in there. And it's nice and comfortably positioned, so we're going to tighten it up. The clamp screw, we'll tighten it first, and then we'll tighten the two bolts that hold the clamp down. There's that. Oh, there's the other half I just broke off. Oh. This has got a little tiny flimsy plastic U clip that goes through this hole right here and through the hole on the other side, and one side of it was broken off, and now both sides of it are broken off. So we're just going to find a little piece of a paper clip or something and stick in there. It's just to keep this thing from popping off of there. It has an O-ring in it that makes the seal, and the purpose of this is to suck the water that might settle out of the filter out of there. It's a water suction tube, they call it. Alright, then we're going to hook our power back up to this. The fuel filter has a preheater in it, and that's what that's all about. Now we'll find something to make a clip out of, and we'll have the fuel filter finished. Okay, there's our paper clip. Let me let you get a better look at that if I can get it back.
I think I can see it.
Let me pop it back up out of here. This is just a large paper clip that I straightened out, and we used a small hoop off of it, just about the right radius. And we'll pop that right in there like that, and we'll just get a hold of one corner of it. Give it a little bend on the tip so it can't pop out of there. And that's all that needs to do. It just needs to be in there like this. Alright, once you change your fuel filter, there's a fuel pump in the tank, and it comes on when you turn the key to the on position, and you want to cycle this a few times and to pump fuel up into that fuel filter. And so 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, I don't know, just till you think the thing is filled up there. There. If you can actually hear that fuel pump running, and it just cycled and clicked off. Which it should kick off whenever there's enough fuel pressure. There. You heard the relay, you heard it kick off, so we should be good to go.
All right, it sounds good. We got the fuel filter changed, the oil and the oil filter, and the sensor changed. Next time we will work on some other things after we wait to get some more parts in. As always, thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already.